Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again. Today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 3. Today I'm going to be showing you how to automate the harvesting of your chicken farm. So your chickens will produce large amounts of different materials, both good and some trash. And I'm going to show you a way to automate the process to empty all of that information out of the nests and where they drop it and into your refined storage system. So there's only a couple things you need here. First of all, of course, you're going to need a power source and you're going to need refined storage. And I've already done a tutorial on how to build a generator and how to do refined storage both manually and wirelessly. So definitely I will link the tutorial video on how to do the refined storage at the end of this video. So if you've not seen that one yet, I would recommend going back and checking that one out first. But for the purpose of this, our generator and our refined storage system is already set up. And we already have a chicken farm, as you can see over there. I've also done a tutorial on how to handle the chicken farming. So again, if you're not sure about how to do the chicken farming, check out that video as well. So the purpose of today's video, I'm just going to show you how to automate gathering all of the loot out of those chickens and putting them directly into your storage. There are three different components you're going to need. First of all, you're going to need cable. These are all part of the refined storage mod, all three of these components. And you can find these by going into your menu and doing a search, and it'll show you all the different patterns you need right there. So you'll need cable, and you'll need a lot of that, and that's going to take 6 quartz enriched iron, 2 glass blocks, and a redstone. Next, you're going to need an exporter. You need at least one of these, and that takes one of those cables we just made, a construction core, and an improved processor. And lastly, we're going to need importer, and these you're going to need one of these for every chicken that you have. And it's going to take a cable, destruction core, and improved processor. So you need a bunch of cable, a bunch of importers, and at least one exporter. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab those materials here. We're going to head on down to our chicken farm. Now again, I've already put a wireless connection to our refined storage here in the center of this chicken farm. And I put a few chickens down just to give an example. Again, I've explained how to do this in the refined storage tutorial that's already out that I'm going to link at the end of this video. So what we have here, of course, are nesting pens with our chickens in them. Now, I want to point out that there are more advanced ways to do this that allow you to sort which materials come out of the nests. It can dispose of trash and combine unwanted items. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're only going to show you how to put everything into your storage, which is the real most basic way of doing this. So first thing we're going to start with is our importers. Importers are going to go on each of the nesting pens that we want to gather goods from. As you can see, the ones that are side by side are kind of combining there. That's perfectly fine. Okay. Once you have your importers down, you want to right-click on the importer. There's several different modes here. You've got your redstone mode. I recommend clicking twice till you get to only works without redstone signal. That means it's going to be on all the time. You're going to want to do that on all of these. It's going to turn them all on. Two clicks each. All right. Now in your importer, there are several different other modes. You can choose between items and fluids. For this purpose, of course, we're doing items. You can whitelist and blacklist. That's up here. So if you didn't want certain items to come out of the nesting pen, say you didn't want the chicken manure, you don't want feathers, you can put them up here and you can blacklist them. Or you could take the different ores or goods that chickens produce you do want, put them up here, make those whitelist. Things you don't want, you'd want to put on blacklist. By doing that, it will automatically sort them. The only downside to that is chickens, what they drop randomizes. And the higher level the chicken, the better chance you'll get their primary material. But if you only whitelist, say, on the silver chicken only did sulfur, then eventually all of the slots in your pen are going to fill with manure and feathers just through randomization, which means there'll be no spot for any more of your sulfur to go in there, which means you won't get any sulfur feeding into your storage. So that is one of the issues running with that, and that's where you get into the more advanced of being able to filter those goods into a secondary source. But for this one, we're just going to go ahead and have everything go through, so no whitelist, no blacklist. Next thing we want is our exporter. Our exporter we're going to put right there on top of our crafting grid, or grid, whichever type of grid you want to use combined to your storage. I like the crafting grid. As you can see, there's nothing in there yet. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with that by right-clicking on it, 2 clicks to only work without redstone signal. And so now all of those components are on. It's just a matter of connecting them. So if we take some cable, as you can see, the importers that are side by side combine, so you don't have to connect them all. If you have a long row of these, you just have to have a pipe coming up off the top one. Now, for the purpose of this video, I am just putting these above ground so you can see where the connections are. If you have a lot of stuff going on here, these pipes can be a little unsightly. Normally, I run them underneath so you don't see them, and I connect the importers to the bottom of the nesting pens. But I wanted to be able to show how the connection works. So right now, all of our importers are on, our exporters on, and all of those are connected. So if we look in the nests, see there's nothing in there anymore, because everything is already moved over here into our refined storage. And as the chickens lay additional loot inside the nesting pens, those items will automatically feed into our grid. And if we go back to our primary, of course you'll see those are connected. All those materials are now available over in your primary crafting area where you spend the majority of your time. And that's all there is for automating your nest. There's no maximum to the amount of these. As long as you have an importer connected to each nesting pen and a pipe connecting that system to an exporter, it'll just continuously flow everything that your chickens lay directly into here, and you don't have to keep running back over and emptying the things out yourself. Now this system here, while I used it specifically for this purpose, can be used for many other things as well. If you have other things like a cobblestone generator, that's another thing you could connect using this exact same importer-exporter system and feed that directly into your refined storage. Anything that produces will pretty much connect with these components in the same way and put them directly in. So say you automate your farming, which I'm going to be doing in another tutorial. You can connect your items that farm through your auto farming directly again into your crafting grid. You will have all of the gubs and loot that your chickens produce at hand. Well, that's pretty much everything for this video. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down in the comments section of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please click like and be sure to subscribe to my channel for all of my Minecraft tutorials, video game gameplays, and role-playing board game type of videos as well. All gaming content. Again, here in just a moment, I will link a description or a link to the refined storage tutorial that I used previously. Thank you everyone for watching.